The best way to socialize a dog, I get this question a lot, and I think a lot of people have a misconception about what socialization really means. It does not have to mean that the dog gets nose to nose. This is something that is so huge, and it's the only way that I work through like aggression or reactivity in dogs is progressing at the dog's comfort level. So a good way to introduce the dog is to find a stationary dog. And that doesn't have to mean that a dog isn't moving, although that's what I do in my training sessions. I bring Grizzly or Juno and make them be completely still and stationary so that the dog who's weary of other dogs can actually work through just the dog piece. Because when you have a moving dog out on a walk, it's double as threatening. It's that dog aspect that the dog's not comfortable with, and then it's the movement of the dog or a barking from the dog makes it double as scary. But I know that in reality, you're not going to find that often. So I always say to find a stationary dog where you can control the distance up to the dog. So a dog park is great, like a low-key dog park that's fenced in with a chain link fence, or in your neighborhood if there's, that house that there's a dog down the street behind a fence, that's great to work up to. So what I usually do is have the dog just focus on me as much as possible, because what you have to do to desensitize a dog is actually take that sight off of the dog, that dog behind the fence that they're scared of, and shift it to you so that you let the dog know whenever you're feeling uncomfortable, look to me, look to me, look to me. It's the only way to desensitize a dog. So what I would do is find that distance where you can half get your dog's focus. He's intent on that dog behind the fence, but if you're calling his name, he's still responding to you. And move that to where you have 100% of the focus. The only way to move that is time. You keep redirecting him. Are you guys playing? Look. You keep redirecting his focus back to you, make him sit down, make his mind work, doing different things. Once you have the problem of too much focus on you, then you can start to move forward, forward, forward. So the whole process of desensitization and counter-conditioning is finding that spot where the dog isn't too stressed out, but you are pushing him past his comfort zone. So I hope that makes sense. It's so difficult whenever I try to explain how I go through the desensitization and counter-conditioning process with people, because I do it so much with my clients, but it's really hard to describe, when a dog is ready to go move forward. But I think the best piece of advice is just start at that distance and try to keep redirecting the dog back to you, back to you, back to you, so that he's not focused in and thinking negative thoughts about those other dogs. And then slowly, gradually work up closer, closer, closer.